Who's on that? Al, sign off, please. Ben, shut that door, please. Oh, no, so I won't keep him long. Okay. We're definitely all here, yeah? Good. Before I start, just got a couple of bits to go over before Adam's going to go through a couple of bits. We're not going to overload you with information in terms about how we're going to play and things like that. Give you a couple of pointers. Don't need to talk too much about them. You know what you're going to get. It's going to be a very good side. Probably the best side that we're going to come up against potentially all fucking season. Assuming they're going to make changes at half time just like we are. It is pre-season. And that's the biggest thing that I want to speak about in terms of the fact that it is pre-season and what pre-season means and things like that. Because you'd have all been in front of someone, been in changing rooms, and you might have your own mindset about what a pre-season friendly is. Now, you'll hear it a million times. Don't worry about the result. Result don't matter. It's all about fitness. I agree. I agree to an extent. You might have that mindset. You might be thinking, okay, as long as I do all right, get through the minutes, blah, blah, blah. The most important thing is the first game of the season. Absolutely fucking correct. No doubt about it. I'd lose every pre-season game if it means we win the first game. The reason why it's a little bit different is because, and there's two things that I want to share with you over the next couple of minutes. Firstly, which you're going to find out very, very soon over the next few weeks, anyway, in a few months. When I spoke to you in our first meeting, I know not everyone was here, spoke about how much, I love football and how you can't take it for granted. Now, one thing you're going to learn about me is I am a very, very emotional person. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I'll be the first to admit that. It's good when it comes across passionate, no doubt about that. It's bad because sometimes it can go overkill. I can go mad or whatever it may be. Instead of passion, you end up being a pleb, okay? I pride myself on being honest. Now, obviously, I put in a group chat the other day that I was a little bit unwell. I have been unwell, there's no doubt about that. But I'm going to give you a little bit of detail. Over the last couple of days, I split up with my girlfriend. Been with her for 14 years. It's been hard. I'm going to be honest with you. It's been fucking hard. Now, the reason why it's relevant to this is because the reasons why we split up is purely her decision, but purely my doing. And it's about taking little things for granted. Not the big things, not the things like trust and going out, blah, blah, blah. And before you think this is a bit heavy for a pre-season game, I completely agree. But by the end of it, you'll understand why I'm doing it, okay? It won't be the last time I get a little bit philosophical with you, okay? However, the reason why it's so relevant and so important, and I could have used the Jota situation on Thursday, because obviously that is fucking massive. And you could all sit there and go, well, if he knew his last game was going to be a week, what would he have done in that game, etc., etc. Now, the reason what really fucking bugs me about pre-season friendlies, if you've got the attitude that you've got all the time in the world, you're wrong. You're fucking wrong, boys. Because you can get injured. You can have something go on outside of this changing room and it could completely ruin everything. It could fuck it. You might not be able to play. Some of you are at the end of your career. Now, the big thing for me is that when I look back on my relationship, and I'm using that for an example, and the thing what I find difficult is I've got loads of fucking regrets from it. Because the big things I felt I've done all right. Thought we done all right. That's what I thought. Trust, spend time together, take them out, spend money on them, blah, 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 all that sort of thing. I think it's all right. But what you do sometimes, you miss the small things. And I think football and life are so parallel. They're so parallel. There's so much thing you can take from football and you can go for life into football. So parallel. And I look at a pre-season friendly and think, to a lot of people, it's a very small thing. No one's going to remember the pre-season friendly. I completely get that. But for some people, it means a lot more. So for example, tonight, you've got a couple of hundred fans who are going to be here who have never seen you play before. who have been sitting behind their desk on Twitter asking, when's Joe Wright going to sign? When's the goalkeeper going to sign? When's he going to sign? Blah, blah, blah. Because they haven't done anything for the last couple of weeks and they're fucking absolutely excited to see what you can do. So for some people, them small things are really, really important. Sometimes, boys, it ain't about you. And that is something that you need to fucking learn about this football club. And more importantly, right now, this football team. I don't want no dickheads in here. I don't want no selfish people in here. I don't want no selfish players in here. I pride myself on honesty. I pride myself on hard work. And like I said to you a couple of weeks ago, standards. And the standards start at training. The standard starts when you arrive. The standard starts pre-season game. So I don't care if it's the pre-season friendly. I don't care if it's hot. I don't care if you play 45. I don't care if you play half hour, an hour and a half, or whatever you've got to do. But make the fucking most of it. Because if you don't, someone else fucking will. That's the fact. No one's on trial in it. No one. Even the ones who haven't got deals. You're not on trial. Ability got you here, otherwise you wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be sending you out against Dagenham and Redbridge if I didn't think you was a good player. But I need to see a little bit more. I like character. I like bollocks. I like work rate. I like unity. I like togetherness. More than ability. So please remember your personality is the main reason why I want you here. And if we can get that all together, I believe we'll be a very, very, very good side. But that needs to start in pre-season. Not on 9th of August if we're at home to Carshalton or away to Cray Valley or wherever it may be. No. It needs to start right now. So the result, one of the only time I'm going to say it, yeah, I'll be honest with you, it's quite irrelevant. If we lose 2-1, lose 3-2, will I be disappointed? Yeah, I will. Because I always want to win games of football. But, as I said at the start, I would take losing every game at pre-season to win that first one, long as our application is bang on. Our application tonight needs to be exactly the same as what it would be on the 9th. Has to be exactly the same. And when you're against a side like this, if your application ain't great, you get slapped. And I remember saying to you a couple of weeks back when I was talking about this fixture, you only get one chance of a first impression. One. So don't get me wrong. People might walk over from here today and go, George Saunders, he ain't that good. In a couple of weeks' time, they might watch him a few more times and go, actually, he's all right. Always going to remember that. Every conversation that geezer has in that pub will go, when I first saw George, I thought he was shit. He's a great player now. I don't want that. I want perfection. I want people walking home from here tonight saying, got a great side there. I'm excited. I'm excited for tomorrow, that tournament. Tournament tomorrow is a fucking headache. I know it is. I'm not stupid. It's one of them things. But make the most of it, boys. Because you just don't know when it's fucking too late and you don't know when it's fucking over. And when you do, hopefully you're 36, 37, 38, 39, you look back on your career and go, do you know what? Nothing more I could have done. I've had a great career, won a few things, wouldn't change it for the world. You don't want to get to that situation and go, fucking hell, I'll piss that up the wall. And too many people have that in life and too many people will have that in football. This is my 10th year of management, I think, going into my 10th year. Technically, I've never won anything. Had a couple of promotions, but technically, never actually won anything. Never had that day, never had a cup final, blah, blah. And that fucking grates on me. Do I say, I'm only 33? I've got loads of time? No. It's all about now. It's all about this year. I've got to win something this year. And I want you to be fucking part of that. But you've got to take the information on board in terms of that and in terms of these. And if you do that, the rest will come. The rest will be there. But right now, what I'm looking for, lung capacity and bollocks. And the last thing I'll say before I go out, biggest reason why I love football, biggest reason. I've cried for 2 days straight. And after today, I'll go home and I'll cry again. But for the next 3 hours I'm here with you, I'll be all right. And that is very, very important. Do not take football for fucking granted. All right? Good. Ad?